a lot has happened here over the. It's hard to remember all the things that happened because we're typically very busy producing and all these various things. We have a huge website. We produce a lot of publications, Venture Cyclist Magazine, social media. These days, everything just, it's go, go, go. But it's hard to remember, 24 years ago, 40 years ago, how things might have differed and the things that you noticed. So what are some of the things that you just remember most vividly?
Well, these are things that are not related to bicycling or even to work in the office, but just unusual things along the way. One thing that does relate to cycling is that we had a couple that wanted to go on a Great Parks North tour that goes from Missoula up north to Jasper, and they got married in the courtyard before the departure.
Mm-hmm.
And in that same courtyard, another time we were having a staff meeting in the room just off the courtyard, and Sheila, our CFO at the time,
And still.
yeah, and said, "Everybody down." And out in the courtyard was a young man waving a pistol around. And it turned out that he had stolen the gun from a second-hand store and was being pursued by the police and ran into our courtyard.
And there was trapped.
There, yeah, that was that.
That was a dead end.
No shots fired.
And then that kind of reminds me of the bomb incident. We had the bomb incident, remember?
Oh, and that's one maybe I've forgotten.
Oh, we had a bomb incident.
Oh, that's
where
right.
we were
I forgot about the bomb
asked
incident.
to evacuate the building because we have a federal building, kitty corner from us, or is it catty corner? And they put a box out in the street, and we all had to leave, and then they eventually blew the box up. But there wasn't really anything in it, but it gave us a good scare.
And over 2 buildings ago, we had a sniper just down the block, and he even shot.
The place is dangerous.
He shot a few. He did a few shots, and we were on the same block. But if you kind of came in from the opposite side of the block and hugged the side of the building, you were able to get in the front door. So that's what we were doing there for a few hours while they resolved the incident.
Yes. Truly the Wild West here in Montana. Anything else?
Well, then we had the gas leak. And this was, again, 2 buildings ago, and it was a gas leak in a building adjoining ours in the basement. And we had to leave the building, evacuate.
So far,
that was resolved.
None of these resulted in
no injuries.
Any injuries or
no
worse to staff.
And then there was the falling smokestack.
Yeah.
And you were there for that one, I believe.
I remember that one.
I think you and me and Dan D'Ambrosio, our editor, were talking, and suddenly the lights went out and there was a thunderous boom. And what had happened is that across the alley where we have a laundry, a huge smokestack had fallen down on the wires that were strung up and down the alley, and it kind of pushed them down and shorted things out, and they made us leave the building that time too. And poor Carla Majernik, our cartographer, her car was parked under there, and for a day or 2 she couldn't get to her car.
Couldn't get to her car.
Until they get the wires all worked up. And then I've got a list here, and then there was the big snow. It was about a 30-inch snow, and they told everyone not to go downtown.
Was this 1996?
I don't know what year it was, but
95 maybe.
But and they were able to kind of clear the streets, but there was nowhere to put cars because all parking was gone. But I just walked into work. I was able to put in a full day.
One time you didn't bicycle in. You trudged in. Now that wasn't the same one where we had shoveled the flat part of the roof and then jumped off into the off the roof into the full of snow courtyard.
That's before we had our second floor put on. It was just a flat roof.
Where we are now, right?
Yeah, and in fact, where we're sitting right now is where we were shoveling snow. case, because there were incidents of flat roofs caving in.
Yeah. It's one of the first times I've been able to just jump off a roof and nothing happened to me.
And there was a great blizzard.
It's a different blizzard?
Yeah, this is a blizzard. I mean,
Blizzard.
The snowfall was heavy snowfall, but the blizzard was something like I've never experienced before. It was very cold, and the winds were severe, and you could hardly stand to be outside for more than a moment. And when June and I left work, we walked home that day. I think I just left my bike at the office, and we only had to go a mile, but twice we had to just get indoors just to survive it. But it was a wicked thing.
This had been about 87 or 88.
Yeah, I think it was.
I was not working here then, but I remember that storm, and it's still, to this day, the coldest I can recall it being in Montana since I've lived here, since 1983. That was, I think it got down to, at one point with the wind chill factor, minus 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is about as cold as it gets. We were goofing around and throwing buckets of water, and they would just freeze in midair. If you could stay outside long enough just to do that.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And then finally, just the construction events where we made these major changes in the office, and they've all been in this building, where half the building would become uninhabitable, so the entire staff had to be crowded into the other half. And it's quite remarkable how we would go through those periods and keep the office running and keep the morale up, and then we'd flow back in.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just now finishing up a second round of that.
Right. Yeah. Days ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm retiring. I don't know what things you might be facing coming up, but
For a while.
I'll be watching.
Let's hope it's just work stuff. And we had, how about the art park? You have the art park that was completed between, not quite completed, but.
Yeah, so it made things even worse as far as the remodel in the office, and then we had the grounds inaccessible as well. So we were all coming in and out one door, and it was some disruption, but it sure is going to be a great thing.
Yeah.